People think being a witness is just about showing up to court, telling the truth. What they don't know or see is the emotional pressure, fear, silence, and the mental exhaustion that follows you through every single day afterwards. Hey everybody, welcome to Ranger's channel. I've wanted to make this video for a long time because I think people only see the situations from the outside. Nobody talks about what it really feels like mentally behind the scenes. Living with secrecy, one of the hardest parts was living with secrecy. There were things constantly weighing on me that I couldn't openly talk about. You start overthinking every conversation, every question, every interaction. You become very aware of what you say and who you say it to. Secondly, fear of saying the wrong thing. I became terrified of saying the wrong thing. Even casual conversations started feeling stressful because I was constantly trying to protect myself and protect the integrity of the situation. You start seriously second guessing yourself constantly. Third, anxiety about court and testimony. The anxiety leading up to testimony was so overwhelming at times, it almost felt unbearable. It wasn't just one stressful day, it was months carrying pressure leading up to it. My body, your body living in this stress mode constantly. The emotional exhaustion. I was emotionally exhausted in ways I didn't even know were possible. There were days where even simple things felt mentally overwhelming because my nervous system never really relaxed. Isolation became one of the hardest parts because even when I was around people, I still felt completely emotionally alone. Most people only saw the version of me that kept functioning. Hypervigilance. My brain became stuck in alert mode. I was constantly overthinking situations, paying attention to everything around me, and struggling, to fully relax. Trying to appear normal publicly. That's the strange thing about trauma and stress. The world expects you to function normally. So you learn how to smile, work, socialize, and act okay, even when internally you feel completely exhausted. Difficulty trusting people. After going through intense situations, trust becomes complicated. You start protecting yourself emotionally because your nervous system doesn't feel safe anymore. The emotional impact after testifying. I think I expected to feel instantly relieved afterward, but honestly, I mostly felt emotionally drained. I was so tired. It was like my body finally realized how much stress I had been carrying this entire time. Coming home emotionally drained. There were so many days where I come home completely mentally drained, emotionally exhausted from carrying everything all day. Just can't decompress. You just want silence and comfort. Ranger became that safe emotional space for me. Home became a recovery space, which is why I started also working from home. Ranger becoming my emotional support, basically. And honestly, Ranger became one of the only things that consistently brought me peace into my life during that period. He didn't need explanations. He didn't ask questions. He just existed beside me in a way that felt safe. Even just walks with him, helping the anxiety, the emotional grounding, the moments of peace, just laying with him, watching Hawaii Five-0, because he loves that in the morning with his morning routine. I think people underestimate how deeply prolonged stress changes you mentally and emotionally. But I also think healing can start in really small ways too. For me, one of those things was absolutely Ranger. He gave me comfort during a time where I felt emotionally exhausted, isolated, and overwhelmed. And I honestly don't know what that period of my life would have looked like now without him. He's the best part of my day, coming through the door and just seeing how excited he is to see me. For a few minutes, my brain finally shuts off and stops. So he's given me a lot more comfort. If you have ever carried something heavy in silence, I truly hope this video reminds you that you're not weak and you're not alone for struggling through it. And this is definitely a safe space, so let's be friends, subscribe, reach out. I am always happy to talk to new people. I've been through a lot in life, and not much phases me anymore, unfortunately. But this guy makes each day better now. So, have you ever gone through something emotionally heavy while still trying to function normally day to day? Let me know in the comments. I think, more people relate to this than we actually realize. I'm not sharing this for sympathy. I'm just sharing this because I think people need to understand the human side of situations. I hope everyone has a fabulous day, and say bye, Ranger.